New Pokemon Snap is finally out, and the main point of contention is whether or not a game of this length is worth $60. Well, I decided to help you out and I took the hit. I spent $60, well actually €55, on New Pokemon Snap so you don't have to. So let's find out, was it worth the money? Well, firstly, what is Pokemon Snap? Well, it's an on-rails first-person shooter. No, you're not blasting Pikachu's head off with a Barrett 50 cal. Instead, you're loading your camera with film and snapping as many photos as possible. Where the challenge comes is taking high-quality pictures of Pokemon in fancy poses or catch them interacting with other Pokemon. So if those first few sentences don't sound too exciting, then I wouldn't even bother finishing the video. Unless you want to stick around for moral support. As you explore the levels, you have to try take increasingly more complex photos. So a 1 star might be a singular Bidoof's arse, but a 4 star will be a line of Bidoofs walking between a few Torterras. Now don't ask me why this is the case, it just is. There is a ranking system that almost randomly gives you score. I watched a few videos about the ranking system and I'm still baffled as to how it works. Some photos I take seem to be great, but the computer doesn't think so, and will give me a higher rank for a picture of a Pokemon with its back facing me rather than a Pokemon looking directly at the camera. I just wish there was a better explanation in place for the ranking of the photos because it would cause a bit of frustration. This is my first major gripe with New Pokemon Snap, and there's still 2 more, but I want to talk about the graphics for a second. New Pokemon Snap looks fecking phenomenal. As always, the Pokemon models are fantastic, and seeing them in their natural habitat is a treat. Texture work is honestly pretty nice, but there are a few that just seem a bit meh. But I'll excuse this since the Switch is quite underpowered right now. There are some areas that are simply breathtaking. The bamboo forest, magma caverns, and the underwater areas stand out in mind. And don't get me started on the Illumina Pokemon. At night time, the glowing Pokemon look absolutely brilliant. And that brings me on to the therapeutic quality of the game. The past week I've been alternating between Returnal and New Pokemon Snap. 2 shooters, but their feel are complete polar opposite. It was really nice to wind down by taking some pictures of Pokemon while I listened to a podcast. And this feeling can't be understated. The pace of the game is extremely slow, which will turn some off, but I think it works wonders. If you're into relaxing while gaming, then I can't recommend this more. While there's some fun in moving from point A to B just snapping random pictures, the best part was figuring out the puzzles of how to get the special Pokemon to appear. You could throw Fluff Fruit, do a scan, play a Pokeflute thingy and throw Illumina orbs to get the Pokemon to do special stuff, and figuring out what to do was extremely addictive. Sometimes it works out like finding Flygon in the desert for the first time, or others I'm still scratching my head and resisting the urge to Google it. I'm absolutely convinced that if I feck enough Fluff Fruits into this vortex that Magikarp will turn into Gyarados, but I'm yet to figure out how to do it. Now watch everyone laugh at me because there's no hope in hell that this will actually happen. In these moments I fecking love New Pokemon Snap, but there are 2 glaring issues that I haven't mentioned. So let's talk about the ranking up system. At the end of each level the professor gives you scores and pictures, and once again I have no clue how we came to some of these conclusions. Each course is an XP bar that you increase by getting new and better pictures, and each subsequent level will unlock new routes or make different Pokemon appear. So this is where the game kind of becomes a bit grindy. And it seems you only really get XP from new and better pictures, so in some cases you come out with like 4000 XP, which could be like a tenth of a full level. And some progression is locked behind this, so it kind of bored me. Now, my biggest issue, each Pokemon in the dex has 4 slots for 4 different pictures. 1 star all the way up to 4 stars. This is a great idea, as I said. Figuring out how to get the higher stars is fantastic. But, and this is a big but, you can only register 1 picture per run. Meaning if you want to fill out the dex for 1 Pokemon, it will take 4 runs minimum, and that's if you know what you're doing and assuming that the level 4 picture can be achieved on that level. So in actual fact, you'll be doing way more than 4 runs per level. And yes, it adds content, but I feel this one choice was completely to pad the game's length, which I absolutely hate. Look, if I get an amazing 5 hours out of a $60 game, I'm happy. I know not many people think like that, but come on. Unnecessary padding really hindered my experience with the game. Now it's time to wrap this all up. Despite the issues I've mentioned, I don't feel like my $60 was wasted. Look, if you just want to run through the game doing no extras, then I can't recommend it. You'll have it complete within a few hours, and there isn't that much fun involved in a simple run through for me. But if you're into maxing out your decks, then I would definitely give it a look. And we all know this game will never drop in price, so no point in waiting for a price drop. I'll still be going back trying to figure out how to get my imaginary Gyarados come out of the water, and until that day, I won't stop playing New Pokemon Snap. There we have New Pokemon Snap. I hope you enjoyed the video. I would love to know what you think of the game. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the Discord down below, and I'll see you all on the next video.